was that one that was over there.
That'll be fine.
Is that yours?
Do you eat one of my candies?
Okay. No.
Okay.
So I'm going to play things. I will.
Like what?
The key? The key that was on the counter over here. Thank you. Okay.
I have my key.
Good with mine here. So, okay. Welcome. Yeah. To Goodnight Evo. Hold on. All right. I can't work under these conditions. Dude, are you? I should have just hired the whores to run this. You out of your cigarette into what you were eating. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let's start that again. What happened?
Oh, God.
Well, welcome to Goodnight Evo. Thank you. I'd like to welcome my special guest. Some may know him as Connor Spence. Some may know him as Ringo. But primarily what we'll be referring to him tonight is as the next Ken / the first Ringo. So can you tell us about the origin of that name a little bit?
Yeah, it's kind of simple. I was at Evo, all right, and I'd never played Smash in my life. And so I thought, for the heck of it, let me just pick up a controller, start playing, see what happens. All right, and I won the tournament, and everybody's mind was blown. And so they started saying, hey, that guy's the next Ken. We should start calling him Next Ken. And I was like, no, I'm not the next Ken. I'm the first Ringo.
Well, that's a pretty self-explanatory kind of thing. So tell me, what was it like just entering this new realm of games and just kind of too hot? Oh, here. So, like I was telling before, you can slurp the tea to make it a little less hot.
It's too hot for that.
Too hot for that? Well, we'll use my business card to blow on it a little bit, all right? And we'll get that. You got that? Okay, thank you. But anyways, it must have been like, what was it like entering this new world and then just being was it very comfortable for you, I guess?
So what happened was, we got to Evo the first day, and I was kind of overwhelmed. There was so much going on. I wanted to see all of it, and I saw all of it, and it was really boring. But mostly I was really impressed with all the merchandise they had. I bought a lot of stuff. I saw a couple of the booths. I saw J-Stars. I saw a Tetris thing that was really bad. I saw nothing else important, clearly, because I can't remember it.
The Smash.
Smash. I played some Smash, yeah, and it went well, to say the least. Yeah.
Can you remember what the character you used?
Ness.
Ness. All right. Not many people use Ness, and not many people use Ness. Do you think I know you're new to the scene, but do you feel like it kind of like a special pride in bringing this underused character into the foray, or in a world of foxes and falcos?
Yeah, I would say that Ness is probably not the best character, but he might as well be if I'm using him. Getting a lot of love from the audience. Yeah.
I see. So anyways, do you think that you can pick? I know that also like other characters that are noted for being quite bad, like Pichu. Do you think that you could make those work as well?
Yeah. No, well, I don't think Pichu is in Project M, which is what I played primarily. But there's some it's tough because they tried to balance it and make all the characters really good. I would say the worst is Toon Link, and even then I'm known to be one of the best Toon Links ever. Just ever.
So how is it like how is it for these so Smash is very dominated by, several different people, Mango, well maybe not Mango, but all of these like very, very high level players. What was it like for them having just like an outsider just come in and just destroy, for lack of a better word?
And they were devastated, to be honest. What were their names? I didn't even ask their stupid names. Can you tell me some of their names?
I mean, all I remember is the next Ken.
Yeah, that's all I remember too. There was a lot of uproar. There was a lot of people were talking. I got interviewed like right off the bat. The second I walked out of that room, people were clamoring to come talk to me, which is something I'm not used to. I personally think video games are for dorks, but I did my thing, and that's what more can you ask? If I destroyed their dreams, like their livelihoods, really, they can't really make any more money. They don't have any other skills either. They're probably gonna go home and kill themselves. But at the end of the day, I had fun, and I hope they did too.
Well, that's a very noble, kind of way to live. You're a man of simple, just wanting to enjoy yourself. I mean, nobody can put that against you. Did you get to try any other game? I know you played the Shonen game, but that wasn't really a competitive one. Did you have it?
That was not so much playing as I kind of took over the booth for a little while. Namco does this thing where, actually everyone does it, where they would prefer to hire attractive blondes to run the stand as opposed to people who know how to play the game. And I played it before. They didn't really know how to use the character select screen. So I showed them a couple things, and then they kind of just stood there for a little while, and people came up to play, and I was like, yeah, that's you're gonna want to sidestep more. You're gonna want to do this and do that because I'm personally a pro at that as well.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, it's good to see that you're helping out. You're doing a lot for the community in that sense,
Yeah.
So did you play any other? You play any other competitive titles? I know they were having some friendlies, well, in general. I mean, you might have entered the competitions as well. For what is it, Mortal Kombat X, and they had Smash 4 as well, Street Fighter, and was it Killer Instinct, and a couple others as well. Some of the more minors. They had Anime Fighters as well. Do you enter any of those?
It's melting.
I did enter a couple other games, and most notable would probably be, I don't even know the name, but it was kind of like Tetris, except it took like all the subtleties and the nuance of Tetris. It took like a lot of the strategy, and it kind of threw that stuff out. Took a lot of,
How can you take that much strategy? How much can you strip down Tetris before it stops being Tetris?
Apparently a lot, and people can still point to that and say, hey, that's a Tetris game, which is what I did, and I was like, hey, I like Tetris, let me go try it out. But they took away a lot of. They kind of dumbed it down,
Were they just dropping individual blocks?
They were dropping. It was the same old blocks. They actually added some new ones, and part of the game was to try to like prevent time your block placement, because you and the other player. It was a competitive game. You and the other player shared the middle column of blocks that were going to be spawned soon, and you had to time your block placement so that you wouldn't get the crappier blocks, the ones that are harder to place. There's ones that were like zigzags and all that stuff, which is fine. You can add some new blocks. It's not really going to change the game too much, but it was what they took out mostly that really did it for me, because there's in normal Tetris there's this thing called a T-spin, where you have the T block and you have a spot where essentially you spin it into place into a spot it normally wouldn't fit. They changed the rules, so now the second that a block touches down on another block or on the ground, it's immediately locked there. You can't really move it around. So it took away a lot of the strategy for that. Also, the objective of the game wasn't really to clear lines. It was just to get power-ups and to mess with your opponent, which is kind of creative, but I just think it fell flat.
That's a shame. Well, I mean, is it fully developed? Have they released it yet, or is it kind of like in a beta stage?
I think it's on the market. I think they're trying to peddle that stuff out now.
Perhaps perhaps they could release a patch or something that might improve it. Have you I
think that once something is just fundamentally flawed, you can't just kind of patch over it, you know? It's like when you build a house that doesn't have a stable foundation, you can't kind of like plaster the walls, and it's going to fall down eventually.
But can't we just, lift the house up and place a new foundation?
Yeah, I guess you could, but why not just build a whole new house?
I guess it depends on the cost and whatnot and repercussions. Well, anyways, we're wrapping up here, but I'd like to know: have you participated in any of the, other than Tetris? Have you participated in the any other competitions?
No.
Well, for Evo at least.
Nope.
No. Do you plan on it?
Nope.
Nope. So you're content with just your victory at Smash?
Nope. To expand on that, I will not stop. I'm not going to play any more games at Evo because I really want them to think that, oh, maybe it was just a one-time thing. He'll never show up again. I will follow them to the ends of the earth, and I will make sure that they never forget the pain and the sorrow that they felt when they lost to me, to my Ness.
And how do you plan on doing that?
I'm going to find out where they live, basically. I'm definitely going to... It's pretty easy to predict when they'll be showing up to tournaments, but they won't expect me, like, Saturday night out, they got their friends over, but knock on the door, guess who it is? Ringo. Hey...
The first Ringo.
Hey, remember me? You wanna play some Smash? And of course, their pride... They're very prideful, arrogant people. They will never refuse in a million years. And of course, I'll win again. I'll make them look like fools in front of their friends and their families. And it'll just come all rushing back to them in that moment. And they'll realize that there is no escape. I'm here forever. They'll die.
Well, I must say that's a very, very it's a pretty well thought out plan. I mean, the logistics aren't necessarily there, but I'm sure you'll come up with them on the way. 'Cause it's kind of a free form thing. I mean, do you find any? Is it a personal satisfaction? Is it do you have a duty perhaps? What's driving you?
I just have a natural animosity towards stupid losers like them, like Ken and all those people. I just think they're just awful human beings. I think that they are extremely self-satisfied by being good at a video game. They have no other skills in life. They're just kind of really just shitty people.
But I mean, with regards to other skills in life, many of these individuals, they've gone to schools.
They go on to watch people play video games, and
I mean, some of them coach.
Yeah. So, and then they teach other people how to be like them. That's no good.
I mean, we met today, an individual who was going to law school, actually, as well as playing video games on the side.
So?
And running a business.
Yeah, well...
You can't peg everybody with the same,
No, I think I can.
You can?
Yeah.
Well, there you heard it here, folks. Well, anyways, I guess that about wraps it up. I mean, I'd love to talk to you further, but we have to close up because the sun is beginning to rise, and soon it'll be good morning, Evo, and we can't have that. So, is there any last words you'd like to say to your fans, perhaps your rivals, if you consider them that?
I don't think about them at all when I'm not destroying their lives. So maybe I'll be out and about, and it'll be like, oh, maybe I should give what's his name a visit and destroy his life. But after that, I'm pretty much like back to the old grind. So
what is the old grind, if you don't mind me asking me, when you're not busy crushing dreams and whatnot?
A lot of reading and boat stuff, and
well. Sorry. I find the idea of literature to be very humorous. I don't know why, but I mean, no, not in like an offensive way. I just no. It's okay, sir. It's okay. I enjoy books. It's just that I like to chuckle when I read them. It's good for the soul. But I mean, with respect to the boats that you build, I'm interested. Like, what kind of boats?
just.
I'm sorry, the idea of nautical construction also I find humorous. No, not to be offensive.
As do I. Let's change the subject though.
Well, I'm very interested to know what these boots are. To know what kind of boats you're building.
They're boats that they're boats that I construct them and they've just come into existence. But at the same time, they're of an era long gone.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you talking like clippers? Like clippers and like, frigate ships, perhaps of the back in the age of exploration? You talking?
Yeah, I could go ahead and build a frigate if I wanted to. And I would build it and it would be like new, but it's also, if somebody looked at it, they would say, that's old.
Are you sure you don't mean does it? Sorry, I'm getting choked up a little bit. I think it might be the tea.
Mine's yellow now.
Mine's water.
Oh shit.
But to get back on subject, so you're saying that you're building old ships, I guess?
I guess I could say that.
You say you're building old ships.
I'm building old ships.
All right. Well, that might confuse some people if they didn't hear the explanation behind it. But now we know that he is not just building ships that are already old, but rather he is building current versions of ships that were based on older models. Perhaps still with the same specifications, though. But regardless, now that we've tangented there, we've gone a little bit over time, but that's okay. It's something we like to do. This is a very free-form, organic, kind of interview session. Is there any? How can your fans follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. I deleted my Facebook because I got a lot of stalkers wanting to know how I'm so good at NES. You can also you can subscribe to me on YouTube. You can check out my my Twitch, my live stream. You can connect to me on LinkedIn, Google Plus. I'm very active on Google Plus. Write me a letter. Find me. My address is 241 Main Street in Toms River, New Jersey. You can also contact any of my friends, like you. Your address.
We'll include the addresses of all his friends and family in the description below.
And yeah, that's pretty much how anyone can get in contact with me. So I love you all, my dear adoring fans, especially Austin, especially him, and Ethan, who's not here, but I'm very close to Ethan.
I'm sure he'd like to be here.
Yeah. I'm just kind of upset. I'm wondering why he's not here. Just curious about that.
I mean, it is a late show. Perhaps, you got held up or something like that. I mean, maybe you had a late day today. I mean, he was out for a while.
Yeah. Ethan doesn't seem to like to hang out with his friends or be in the same place with them, so,
I'm sensing a bit of animosity, perhaps. Would you like to comment on that?
Oh, no, it's just, we go out into the town and we, try to have fun. And, Ethan's gone back to the hotel. Okay, that's fine. And we come back to the hotel. Hey, guys, I'm going to head out to the thing real quick. And I feel like, it's kind of insulting to me. Just keep trying to show him how good my NES is, but he doesn't want to watch.
Have you perhaps tried, expressing this this hurt to Ethan?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I kicked him a couple times. I carved my name into his chest.
Oh, like where?
Just generally, like, RINGO, right? And then under it...
Did you do it backwards?
Yeah. Well, just so when he's looking because he can't look at it like this, but when he's looking in the mirror, it'll say Ringo, and also under it in parentheses I put next Ken, and then under that in parentheses I put first Ringo, and then under that in parentheses I put loop fruit.
Loop fruit?
Loop fruit.
Loop fruit.
Yes, that is my third and final handle.
Oh. You think this will be the last handle?
Actually, no. I'll probably get bored of that one and change it too.
You think you'll carve that next handle on Ethan?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I gotta remember to do that.
When do you think I'm not certain how many handles you're going to create, but do you think you'll run out of space eventually? I mean, the chest is only so big.
Yeah, I'll probably have to move to other regions. But you know what, Ethan, he's not a small guy. I think I can just keep finding some place to put all that. Yeah.
Well, he's a good friend for having so much surface area, I guess. I mean, so you can thank him for that.
Yeah, thank you, Ethan.
And I hope that you two can perhaps, salvage your relationship. At this point, maybe you can talk it out. Maybe we can do it on Goodnight Evo, perhaps. It's a very perhaps it's a soothing atmosphere. What would you say about that?
Evolve into Jerry Springer, and we'll.
I mean, would you like that? I mean,
Yeah, I'd.
With shoulder carvings.
Yeah.
oh, that'd be good. All right. Well, you heard it here first. We'll do our best to get that going, and I guess without further ado, good night, Evo.
Good night, Evo.
Thank you. 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 Thank you.